Greetings and welcome back. Do you know what season it is? Do you know? If you don't know, I'll tell you. It's season 3 of Villa Villains. And I'm your host, the villain of glam. Yes, yes. You can find me on like Instagram and Twitter, like villain it out, being glamorous is what I do. Um, and I do movie reviews here on my channel. I also do vlogs. Do movie reviews, vlogs, and sometimes I do a makeup tutorial, but I'm gearing more towards the movie reviews and the vlogs. Here on Villa Villains, we focus mainly on the villain. Like, that's who I relate to, and so that's what I focus on. But I give you a little bit of everything. I'm not a stingy woman. I give you a little bit of everything. So we'll talk about the movie, hit some points, and then we'll slide in to our villain assessment, which is kind of like my favorite part, because that's what we're doing. We're not taking other people's words. We're weighing shit out, and we're deciding for ourselves if they're a villain or an ally. Thank everyone for following and subscribing. If you're just here looking around, please do look around, because I have a lot of videos for you to check out. Like, I've been in the game for a while, I'm just a rebel. I just do things my way. Regardless, like, I don't really do it for like the likes and the views. I do it because I like it, and it comes natural for me. So I just want to keep getting better though. So anyways, we're back reviewing M3gan. We are on our shit. We are looking good. We are being great. We are accomplishing things. We are the shit, right? You ready to get in the review, or do you need a little bit more time to like get back to know me, like focus on my face and shit, and be like, what you like? You guys like my set behind me? Like, I'm always revamping. Like, in every area of my room, my office here, I have like a different vibe going on. So you're going to get a little bit more variety, because I do believe in giving the people variety. I do. And if you're wondering who this beautiful lady in the back is, that is my mother. Yes. She was younger than me in this picture right here, but that is my mother. And I just like, since she's not here, like, because she has transcended, she's here, through the picture. So, hey mom, I'm doing it. I'm keeping my promise. We're reviewing M3gan today. And M3gan came out January 6, 2023. It was like the first big movie. Like, the other movies came out, but M3gan was like hyped up. Like, they did a good job marketing M3gan. I was like, good job. I'm watching and learning. Good job. The director of the movie of M3gan, yeah, someone said it. The director is, I have my notes here, is Gerald Johnstone. Y'all know I butcher the people's names. I don't do it on purpose, but I do. I have my own way of talking, and it's, it changes and it gets better, but names, sometimes I fuck them up. So we have Gerald Johnstone as the director, and then we have our producers, which one of the producers is my favorite producer, because he had a part in The Conjuring, The Annabelle, and what else? Insidious. Anyways, James Wan is a producer, and Jason Blum. They're like the major producers, but there was also 2 more, which was Michael Clear and Cooper Samuelson. Please, I'm sorry if I fucked up your name. Sorry, sir. And then they were the producers, right? And so they have their production companies, which I'm into this because I am going to be making movies one day. And so we got Blumhouse Productions, and then we got Atomic Monster Productions. And I think there was one more in there, because I was like, these names, Divide and Conquer Productions. These names are interesting, aren't they? So this is all like the hype that went into making the movie, the money, basically, right here. So we'll get into the cast too. So y'all, I'm sure y'all want to know the cast. Like, who played M3gan? Like, who was this? M3gan is a doll in the movie, and M3gan was actually played by 2 people. She was played by Amy Donald and Jenna Davis. Amy Donald was the body, and then Jenna Davis was the voice. When I looked up like Amy Donald's background work, she had done like 3 movies, but I didn't really find them too relevant. I didn't know any of them. Not that I know all the movies, but I didn't know none of that shit. And then Jenna Davis, I was like, she looks familiar. Turns out she's a Nickelodeon kid. Like, she was on, what's that? Raven's Home. And she has a whole bunch of other stuff under, like, Nickelodeon. So, I thought she looked familiar. Thought so. And then we have the lady that played the lead. I think her name is Gemma. I thought her name was Jenna the whole time. But her name is Gemma. And that was played by Allison Williams. And if she looks familiar, that's because she was the lead in, or should I say the bait, in Get Out. And I was like, That's fitting because the whole time watching the movie, and then like we'll get to that, but I had like an opinion on her the whole time. I was like, this lady, and that was the same way I felt in Get Out. So I don't know if that's natural for you, but you're on point with that. You give me the creeps, lady. And then we have Caddy, who was played by Violet McGraw. And this young lady has a catalog of movies she's did, like even creepy movies. She was in The Haunting of Hill House, yeah, which was on Netflix. And then she also was in Black Widow, and she was also in Doctor Sleep. I was like, go, young lady. She was a good actress. She really embodied her part, and I really felt like she meant it. Like even when her because she had different emotions. She was on a roller coaster during this movie, and that bitch did a good job. Little bitch did a good job. And then we have David, which was the boss of Gemma, and he was almost like the comic relief in the movie. And turns out that he was in Crazy Rich Asians. Like I really didn't know who he was, but I enjoyed his part in the movie because he kept it like modern, funny, dry, and sharp. I was like, go ahead. So these are like our main characters of the movie. There are a few other characters that did play like major roles, but these are like the ones that when you look up the movie that pop up. So I just went with them. So now that we got the cast, the directors, and the producers out of the way, let's go into I guess like a little quick summary of the movie. How you doing? You hanging in there? We're like halfway. So like be cool. Stare at the shit in the back. You know how you people be like dozing off and shit, like looking at shit that don't matter. But anyways, we're to the meat of the movie. We're going to talk about the movie. So Caddy and her family are going on a ski trip. They have a tragic accident, and it forces Caddy to have to go live with Gemma, which is her aunt. And Gemma is like a lady that is really into her work, and she's not about like kids or even they don't even show her really having a personal life. And her house is very like modern and minimal. Like she has the stuff in there that she worked on, but you can tell she just goes there to sleep and eat. It's not like a vibe or anything. So young Caddy has to go over there, has to end up staying with Gamma, and Gamma's like not excited about it. She has her own shit going on at work, which is her main priority. But it happens that she works at a toy company that is into making like the new modern toys. And they have med one, but it's like they made the toy now, and everybody else is picking up on it and making it like a little bit cheaper. So they're like, what are we gonna do now? We gotta stay ahead. And so she's all stressed out because she doesn't have any kind of balance in her life. Sorry to read you, girl, but so she's all stressed out, and then the young lady has to come stay with her. And so she's like, the little girl's gonna slip into depression because the lady's house is boring, like. And she's kind of picking up on it. Meanwhile, there's like, when you get a kid, comes a social worker, comes them people in your life. So the social workers come in to kind of like see what's going on. And she sees that they are like not connecting. And she's like, this might be a problem. And of course, how people are, we don't have no problems. No, I'm perfect. We don't have no problems. Oh, yeah, I'll fix this. So she's trying to figure out a way to give Caddy some company, and so she decides to finish working on a prototype that she had, and it all comes together because she's inspired, and she's able to create M3gan, and things kind of, M3gan is a hit. M3gan was the purpose of M3gan was to kind of help fill in so that Gamma, whatever the fuck her name is, Allison Williamson, so that she could keep her like life going, right? So essentially, she did not want to be she wasn't adjusting to the interruption of having like an 8-year-old there. So and it works. Like she creates the doll works great. She can, she understands that she has to take care of Caddy. I wanted to call her Violet. Her real name's really cute though. She understands she has to take care of Caddy. So they become friends, they bond, she takes the mission, but with AI, they continue learning. Whether you are wanting it to be on purpose or not, AI is continuously learning and listening to you, and they see when shit is not adding up. And then M3gan, she's like, okay, and then she's getting more attached to Caddy, and then so they're attached now. So she's like, she realizes that she really don't need Gemma because Gemma really ain't doing shit. So then that goes her plan to, for her and Caddy to run off into 8-year-old sunset and never get stopped by the cops or no shit like that because they're 8 years old with a computer. Anyways, I don't know how it was gonna work out for Megan. I don't know how she thought that was, but whatever. It could, I guess, I've seen movies where it kind of did work out. So then you get to the plot, through the plot, and then it escalates, and then you get to the end, which I'm not going to tell you the end, but this movie is, it's kind of predictable. Like, we've seen movies like this. We know what might happen, so we kind of get it a little bit, but it's to see how it goes down. And since this is more modern technology, it's to see exactly, like, how this modern technology kind of fights back. And I think Megan put up a good fight. I think the end was nice. It gave you a little bit more, but this is not a like bloody gory movie at all. Like it's a nice paced, it's nice flavored, it's something that you can watch and get into, but it's not like horror. Like more like some of the other stuff James Wan has done. But, and also the director, he directed Housebound. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but it was like a really popular movie, and it came out 2014, which it was really good. I did enjoy it, but it did have a comic side to it. So it's like dark comedy in a sense. So I think they did a good job. I think they rolled out the carpet. I think they stepped up the bar. They were like, all right, now what y'all got? And supposedly we got a lot of good movies coming out this year. So y'all be able to see my face and my different hairs a lot more often. And I just don't do movies that come out in a theater. I do movies like just whatever I want to do, That's the whole thing of having like my world here. So, like, I like movies that are overlooked too. All right, the villain assessment. Let's talk about Megan. Let's talk about Megan's strengths. Megan is an AI. So that means artificial intelligence. I know everybody knows what it means. Everybody's super smart. Everybody's super rich. Everybody got all their shit together. I know. Right. So that's artificial intelligence. So Megan is able to receive information by like downloading it. So she don't like, that means she's faster. That means she has more access to shit because she's wireless, and everything now is wireless and up to the cloud and shit like that. So she has an infinite source of information she can tap into. So that is like number one right there. Everybody get your ass out the way. And then not to mention what she's actually underneath her like fleshy, avatar looking thing. She's made of like, I want to say titanium. I think that's like the pun of her singing Sia's Titanium, which Megan can sing. I think that is a great fucking strength of hers because she's able to look innocent and then she's able to sing like that, like the most innocent, purest little siren you've ever heard. Like, I was like, fuck killing that, whoever that was. Keep singing, girl. Titanium. Like, that bitch did her thing. She was cute. That was a moment. That was a moment. That was a moment. She's fast. She's hella fast. She's witty. She had some one-liners out this fucking world that was like that. Her wittiness and her one-liners fucking nailed it. Like, she is like, I was like, this bitch is not a villain. This bitch is about her shit. That's what she is. She's about her shit. Anyways, keep going with her strengths. She's able to disguise her voice. She's small, so she's able to fit. And then she's able to just be a doll. And she doesn't have to let you know that she is, like, activated. Right, so, and then, okay, so her weaknesses. Her weaknesses is because she is electronic, like she's not good with water. So that is a weakness. And her, what's another weakness? Another weakness is that she is, strength is that she's petite, but also being petite sometimes will get your ass manhandled. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there are some points where your ass will get manhandled, being you can be strong, like, it can't break you. Motherfucker will throw your ass around a little bit. So, that's a little bit of a weakness. And that she can be shut down, So, I mean, but we can be killed. So, so but I think her strengths outweigh her weaknesses by far. And as I thought about it and I was being honest about it, like, do I find if M3gan is a villain or an ally? M3gan is not a villain. You know, the real villain in this movie was Gemma's ass, because she was trying to get out of her response. She accepted it, but she didn't accept it, you know, and so she was trying to get out of this shit by creating something to do her work. And that's like, all right, creator. And when you have a flawed creator, which in most situations of something like this, you have a flawed creator, because if you're not able to keep it real, you know, which is being reasonable, then you can be flawed, you know? So, like, if it had been one thing, she was like, hey, humans are like this. Sometimes we don't do it. She probably still would have snapped on it. She'd been like, humans are useless. So why y'all? Anyways. That's why, in my opinion, that AI don't work. I don't think that M3gan was a villain. I think she is an ally. She's an asset to the right people in the right situation. If you are going to make her have her to do your work, your bonding work, and then expect there to not be consequences, then your ass is stupid. Like, that ain't the way the world work. You know that. Don't be doing that stupid shit. She's the same stupid shit she did in Get Out. The whole time watching this movie, I was like, this bitch is the problem. Because she's not really dealing with shit. You know, she's just, don't do this. You can't talk to me like that. Da-da-da, shut down. Da-da. I was like, this little girl need a nanny, M3gan. I don't think that you are a villain. You did some like, some of that shit you did, not for that shit. I would shut your ass down, wrapped you up, put you in the fucking cooler, whatever the fuck, some ice, some water. Put your ass in some water. Put ass in the shower, been like, bitch. I'm for having things easier, but I'm not for getting out of what I have to do. Like, no. It just never works out. So, overall, I give this movie an 8. I really do. I give it an 8. The only reason that I kind of pull back a little bit is because I wanted, like, M3gan was badass, but I feel like she really didn't, like, let go. And the reason was, too, because it was PG-13. Like, if it would have had the rating R, I'm sure they would have went a lot harder, and I hope they do, which I heard there is a sequel coming, 2025. So I hope they do go for the R rating. I mean, this was a PG-13 cool. I think that's why I was just kind of like, because I'm not, like, after seeing things like the Human Centipede, you're like, what the fuck is PG-13? I just almost twisted shit of my fucking life. So it changes you. It changes you. It changes you. The hidden meaning in all aspects is, you know, stop trying to get out of shit that you was meant to do, like your work, like your bonding, like your time, you know, for whatever, you know, whatever vice it may be, because vice has been around for thousands of years. So I get it, you know. It's like a reality check. When you see something like that and it does kind of like apply to you, it's just a reality check. Nobody knows that it applies to you but you. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So fix it. Fix it. You can do it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix that. So, I enjoyed this movie because of those hidden meanings. Because of that, you know. And then it was able to show you, like, she was able to distract the common person by the things that we're easily distracted by. Dancing, guys. So, I don't know what movie I'm going to do next, but just stay tuned, stay alert, stay with me, and I hope you like my hair and my look. I hope it was like giving. Am I giving? How about my nails? Like, I'm matching. All right. So, I truly appreciate you and thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Vela Villains. Season 3.
Wait, make a wish, blow up big like a candle. I'm too hot for you to handle. Make it clear to check like a song with a sample. I'm too sexy, take money, the example. Duh. I'm with Cali, we gon' take over your club.